Good morning, TNT. How you guys doing? I don't know if y'all got the Monday morning blues or not, but not me. I'm ready to enjoy my day. All right, Ray, you send anything out?
Then, yes, we had a weekend update. Okay, Saturday. Parliament stated that the budget did not arrive Saturday as promised for its first reading, citing a violation of the Constitution. The Agency on Corruption has arrested several top-level banking officials. The budget is now promised to arrive to Parliament on Sunday. For many decades not attained, historic agreements completed by Prime Minister Al-Kadhimi and his administration will now lead to agreements on the budget, salaries, oil, and gas. Sunday update. Reportedly, Parliament returned the draft budget law for the year 2020 to the Ministry of Finance to reconsider some items and possibly add new verbiage. That was it for the updates that went out.
Okay. Well, guess what? Parliament got the budget back today. So we're going to see what happens with that as far as that goes. Okay, guys, a lot of news. There was a lot of news yesterday, I think. Nope, Saturday night. I had my Iraq guy and Tish battling back and forth. Both of them sending me so much news. It was so exciting. I was laughing. I was telling my wife, boy, they are excited today. I'm telling you. Because they were excited. Back and forth and discussing it and who saw what on TV first and which article came out. A lot of good announcements about what Al-Kadhimi is doing. A lot of arrests. He did say he wanted to complete this, have the corruption removed by the middle of October with over 1,000 arrests. And remember that date, the middle of October, because that's the date they were pushing out all this weekend, the middle of October, to have the corruption completed. The middle of October, they're saying they want to have the reform papers completed and out. The middle of October. Reform papers, corruption, new banking heads. Oh, here's a good one. The EU said that they would look at removing Iraq from their OFAC list at the middle of October if they have all the corruption removed from the banking system and government. I wonder how that worked out. If you do this by the middle of October, we'll look at removing you from the list. Oh, but now all the dates for the corruption to be removed, for the reform papers to be done, for the banking system to be updated, is all by the middle of October. And that was the announcement they were announcing on TV and news articles, everything on Saturday night, out of all the meetings. That is their goal. Question is it really the middle of October or is it the 1st of October? Are they going to tell us the middle and do it on the 1st like we hope they do? Or does it actually go to the middle of October? Either way, it's 25 days away. So either one, I can understand it if it works. But the goal is getting done. Now, it's getting done, it's fast, it's furious. What we like about it, they're not just arresting them, they're putting their names up in lights. In the newspaper articles, on TV, they're announcing who they're arresting. They made a public announcement, an article about all the corrupt banks, who owns the banks, what their relationship was to Maliki, Amiri, and others. And they printed it out for everybody to see. This is his brother, his cousin, his uncle, friends. This bank is the same bank with the changed name, printed out and put on television for everybody to see. Now, the reason they're doing all this is what I said before, because they're they're trying to make sure that Al-Kazemi has the people behind him, that they see he is in fact doing what they said or what they asked for, and removing the corruption, changing the banking system to give them more confidence in it. Now, I like the fact that he's doing that because Maliki and Maliki came back from Iran, and they had put together a plan to bring down the government, supposedly. And they're trying to work it fast. Maliki and Amiri are trying to get the people to rebel. Their people to rebel than the people in the street. So that's what they're fighting. That's what Al-Kazemi is fighting right now. Do they do that? Or do they see him doing enough and them explaining enough that they don't? That's the big fight. So Al-Kazemi met with all of the political leaders, or the ones he could, except for Maliki and Amiri refused to come to the meeting. Refused. So he was telling them exactly what he was doing, why he was doing it, and the changes. Now, a bunch of them don't like that he's changing Parliament, that he's going to fire a lot of people. They don't like, and you guys will love this, they don't like the early elections being in June because they know they're going to lose. They're going to be removed. Amiri and Amiri and Maliki and Iran fighting that hard. With these 1,000 arrests, almost every one of them is connected to Iran. Position of power, of money laundering, of dirty business, everything, control. So they see they're losing all of that within the next month. All their key people are out, 1,000 of them. It's going to hurt. So come the 1st of October, they're really going to try and fight it. But things look like they're going good. He's moving forward. He's moving fast, so he can get things done. Our banks are still doing what they're doing. They worked this weekend. They said they're still going to work through the end of the month, going in from 6 to 11, some of them 7 to 11. But they are there. They're ready. Just in case, like I said, they're doing all this and they surprise us and pop up with an RV ahead of time. Because there's no way, guys, I don't think there's any way in the world they're going to tell us the date 30 days ahead of time, 45 days ahead of time, or anybody else that's looking for it. So while they put out dates October the 15th, all this is going to be done, I do think we can see the RV before then because it's part of the reforms. It's absolutely part, and it's the key part. And you can't complete every little thing and then switch the currency rate. He got the people out of the positions of control so they can switch the currency rate whenever they want to because they now know they're in charge of it, not Maliki's goons or appointees, not Iran's representatives. So it's a good day. All right, Ray, let's do it.
Okay. Let's see. Lena says,